Scrappers, Tom from iScrap, and I'm going to answer some of your questions that you've asked over the last few months. Robert Jordan said, "Hey, Big Tom, tell me about ribbon wire. Can I put it with my insulated copper wire, or does it need to be separated on its own? So far, I've always kept it separated, but I'm not sure about it." So, Big Tom is definitely a new one for me. I would tell you to always separate things. The more separating that you do, even if it is the same price, I would rather you have the same price than have it downgraded. Ribbon wire is generally not worth as much as regular copper wire is, but there are certain grades of ribbon wire that could be worth more. If you've ever watched any of our videos or blogs about sampling copper, you can always cut a piece up, use a gram scale, weigh things before, during, after. It gives you a better idea, and then you'll know what your copper percentages are and if you can make more money with them. Next question we had, Charles asked, when asking a question at the scrapyard, should we talk to employees or up managers? I've gotten different answers. What's your advice? I generally say to talk to the person that's buying the material from you, the person that's on the scale, typing everything in, weighing it, and ultimately giving you a ticket to get paid. That would be the first person that I would ask. If you're not happy with that answer, you should always email or call the scrapyard. We get phone calls and emails all of the time asking questions about previous receipts or different materials, and this is going to help you learn more. So if you're not happy with the initial answer, or you want it to be, explained a little more questions is not a bad thing. That helps you learn and helps them learn at the same time. Eddie said, "Tom, you're Google of the scrap world. What are your thoughts on tungsten?" Well, thanks for that awesome compliment. We love looking at tungsten and carbide and other items. Tungsten is really hard to find. Tungsten is really dense and heavy. And tungsten needs to be analyzed with an XRF to get a clean price. Now, not all scrap yards are set up to buy tungsten or to buy carbide, so you might want to call in advance before you go to your local yards. As I record this in 2021, we have very strong carbide and tungsten prices, but these markets do move. If it's not something that you deal with often and you have prices that are below $4 or $5 per pound, you might want to hold on to it and wait for the markets to rebound. If it's something that you're moving often, then you might want to be able to find a yard that's much better equipped to price you quicker, stronger, and in a more timely fashion, and that's going to allow you to make more money with your tungsten scrap. Hey, iScrap app, dirty aluminum was 7 cents a pound a few months ago when clean aluminum was 24. Now dirty aluminum is 11 cents, and I'm hoping for a similar increase in my clean aluminum. My question is, why haven't I seen an increase in the price of aluminum cans? It's been a steady 60 cents a pound for 6 months and hasn't increased the same as my other aluminum. Thanks. So this is a really interesting question because scrapyards get to dictate their own prices, and some scrapyards have really strong markets for aluminum cans or any other grade of scrap, and some scrapyards have poor markets. What we've learned at Rockway Recycling is that there's certain items that we rarely change the price in. Copper-bearing material or dirty aluminum extrusions, things that take a lot of effort and labor to really clean up, and the return isn't there. Some scrap yards that deal with aluminum cans, sometimes the prices are going up and they might have just lost track, and it's really good to report your prices online so you can use those prices that you've received in the past as a reference point, and you can do that through the iScrap app every day. So by knowing what your reference points are, it gives you the ability to know more about the prices, and then you can ask smarter questions instead of just getting frustrated when prices haven't changed for 3, 4, 5, 6 or more months. I hope a lot of these answers helped you understand some of the questions that are asked at scrap yards, or you might be wondering. If you have a question, by all means ask us through our scrap metal recycling group, through Instagram, through any of our social media, so we can let you know about the markets, the industries, and answer your questions so you know what to expect when you go to the scrap yards. Till next time, I'll scrap you later.
Thanks for checking out our scrap videos. By becoming a Patreon supporter today, you'll be entered into monthly giveaways for tools and other products to help you make more money with your scrap.